Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bull Central, doing a weekly mental health discussion video here for you today. Uh, my channel, Jeff Bull Central, is kind of a weird place because it doesn't really focus on one thing over another. I do music, I do video games, I do mental health, because those three things are kind of really important to my life as it stands right now. I love making music. I love playing video games, and I suffer from mental illness. I have schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type. I have had it for about 7 years, 8 years now. That's when I was first diagnosed. And today, I want to talk about cocooning. Cocooning. I don't know if that's the best way, the best phrase, the best word to use for what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when life is overwhelming for whatever reason, and rather than just dropping the ball entirely, we cocoon for a little bit. 5 days, 2 days, a week, a month, whatever it is that your mind and your body need to rest. And we kind of hold up and we kind of focus on ourselves and we kind of pull ourselves together so that we can get back out there and face the world. Cocooning, you know what I mean. It's a thing, right? Well, it's not a thing for everybody, as it turns out. There are going to be people watching this video right now who are saying, I don't need to cocoon. I don't need that. I get through it. I power through it. I'm talking about people who can't just power through it. Because believe it or not, there is a difference between someone with serious mental illness and someone who has not got serious mental illness. We are both perfectly functional sometimes in the world. Some of us aren't. Some of us are really suffering right now. And as always, my heart goes out to you, honestly, because it's not easy. But if you are on the more functional side of mental illness, yeah, you can get out there and you can power through it, and you can have yourself a complete mental breakdown. That is a reality for some people, and it does no good trying to pretend that it's not. That's just denying reality. So I want to talk about like the good side of cocooning, the downside, the dark side of cocooning. Maybe think of some strategies about how to do this as effectively and as quickly as possible, because let's be honest, life goes on. You've got responsibilities, you've got things you've got to do in the world. And sometimes based on how your life's going and how, what kind of stuff you've got going on, what kind of responsibilities, it's not easy to just cease and take some time for yourself. People with my diagnosis, schizophrenia type diagnosis, Tidal, we tend to need a lot of this, I've noticed, just from the people that I've met through this channel primarily. We tend to need to hold up and really heal, because half the time it's not even healing, half the time it's coping. Because just to kind of reiterate what this sort of thing is, it is hearing voices, it is hallucinating, it's having delusional thinking. It covers kind of a gamut of non-standard or abnormal thought processing. Okay, and sense processing even, because you can smell things that aren't there. You can feel things with your skin that's not there, right? That's what schizophrenia kind of is about. And so I hope, if you're a compassionate Jeff Bull Central viewer, that you can kind of imagine what that might be like for somebody, and that cocooning, again, I'm not totally sold on that term, cocooning. I'm sure there's got to be a better word for it. Cocooning is the only thing we have. I know I have a friend who was upset because he spent all his time the last bunch of years doing nothing at all, as far as he's concerned. And the way I see it is he's been healing, because he's doing a lot better, kind of like I've been doing. Like the last several years, I've been doing a little bit better here. I'm still not totally functional though, so I still need to cocoon. And I've noticed with me that it comes down to frustration or anger. If I'm getting angry at the needs that people are placing on me, I think I need to cocoon a little bit. If I'm getting frustrated that I can't commit to anything, I can't get anything done, or maybe I'm doing too much. Because lately in my life, I've been getting some bad news here and there, or just unsettling things have been happening here and there. And it's been frustrating me. So I've been working really, really hard to produce a lot of video content, because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. One of the things that happened is my computer died. So I can't write, because I'm also a novelist. I can't make music, because that's where I make my music. What can I do? I have my phone. I can make videos. That's about all I can do. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing it too hard. Frankly, I've been doing it too hard because I've been feeling really frustrated, and I feel like I need to cocoon. So knowing that about myself, and knowing that I have the option to do that because my life is just situated that way right now, and I acknowledge that not everybody can do this. I really do. I get that, based on how much you've got going on in your life. But maybe I just need to take a few days, sit with myself, do things that I love to do that have nothing to do with being a person for other people, so that when I've taken those few days, I can be a person for other people, because that's what I'd really like to be. In my heart of hearts, all things being equal, I'd like to be the kind of person who can support, who can help, who can champion. That's the kind of person I'd like to be, as well as accomplishing the things that I want to accomplish for myself. There's nothing wrong with that either. But then I want to talk about, so real quick, for me, that might be watching a bunch of Batman movies and just like holing up and reading comic books and not really interacting a whole lot, okay? There's a dark side to this. There's a side where it goes on too long, or you're cutting off people completely. People that you need in your life to help you through the dark times. And this world is full of dark times right now. I don't know if you've like turned on the news lately, or like looked it up on YouTube or something, but there's some stuff going on in the world, and there's a lot of fear in the world. And the thing that we need is connections. We're not islands. Okay, not very good at being islands anyway. We need connections, and I'm terrible at it, because to my mind, and this might not be the case, I'm a selfish person by nature. Growing up, it was all about me. As a young adult, it was all about me. Having gone through some stuff in my life now, I'm not so me-oriented as I used to be, but when those frustrations start coming and I feel like I gotta shut down, I gotta go away, I gotta shut down. You guys have fun with your life, I'm gonna go do my thing. I need it. But the thing about my situation, I'm sorry to make this video so much about me. It's just, this is what I have to pull from. I can't pull from clinical studies or clinical work or personal experience, because I don't have that. I'm just a sufferer, right? I say that disclaimer every time that I make one of these videos. For me, the unhealthy side of this is this. I haven't seen my dad in months. I haven't seen my mom much. I haven't seen my brother. I haven't seen my niece and my nephew. I haven't done the things out in the world that I used to love to do. I haven't gone to a movie at a movie theater since before COVID. And I used to go like, at least once a month to a movie theater. I used to love going to the movies. I don't do that anymore because I just feel shut off because of everything that's happened. All of that's bad. All of that's cocooning in a bad way. When we lose the connections of the things that we love, when we lose the connections of the things that we need, people, the people in our lives that who love us, who we love. And the truth of that is that it's a really cold, sterile place without the world, without those things in it. And you need these people sometimes. Gosh, I don't even want to talk to the realities of having such severe mental illness that you can't even interact with people in a normal way anymore. I mean, I'm talking about such severe dysfunction that maybe you're a little aggressive, maybe you're a little violent sometimes, or rather you're just in so much pain you feel victimized all the time. Keep your connections. If you have to cocoon, don't do it so strongly. Don't do it so hardcore. Keep your connections, keep your connections, keep your connections. I can't stress that enough. And then the other thing is that also, by the same token, don't feel as though you're doing something wrong necessarily by cocooning, okay? This society is predicated a little too much on the idea that taking any time away from people is bad. To go to your little desert island with your Batman movies or whatever. I'm looking over here because I have a Batman movie on the TV over here, paused, because that's what I'm going to do when I hit stop on this video. I'm going to go watch this Batman movie, okay? I need this to do what I do, to feel how I need to feel. And I'm not going to let people tell me that it's wrong necessarily, but I do recognize that there are wrong aspects to it, or that there can be sides of it that just push against your needs, really, your long-term needs. So I guess just to sum up, if you're feeling, and I want to be careful with how I word this, if you're feeling overwhelmed by life, by your mental health situation, and again, guys, these are videos for people who suffer from mental health disorders, okay? If you're watching this video and you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you just feel like you can power through life no matter what it is, good on you. Maybe reconsider that the possibility that there are people who can't do that so easily, and that's okay. It's okay to be a strong one, but it's also okay to be a quote-unquote weak one, whatever that looks like, okay? If you're feeling overwhelmed by life, if you're feeling overwhelmed by your own dysfunctional nature, okay, this isn't fun stuff. This isn't clean stuff. This is troublesome. This is worrisome. This is stuff that we get help for, to try to treat, to try to get better, to try to arrive at a place where we feel more like ourselves. If you can't do that on the drop of a dime, at the drop of a dime, I don't know what the phrase is. Cocoon a little bit. Take a little time for yourself if you can. Grab your favorite movie, grab your favorite junk food for a couple days. It's not going to hurt you, okay? Also, maybe bad medical advice. Told you I'm not a professional. I'm just saying, take the happy stuff. Get the happy stuff in your face. Maybe not drugs, maybe not food, maybe not alcohol. Okay, we can avoid bad versions of those, but the happy stuff, the stuff you had when you were a kid. Did you like cartoons? A certain cartoon when you were a kid? Everything is streaming these days. Watch a marathon of it. Were you like me? Did you like comic books? Read a couple comic books. Everything is streaming these days. Make a marathon of it. You like to read? Read your favorite book again. You like to have time alone to sit and think? Do that. You like to meditate? You like yoga? You like prayer? You like collecting stamps? Order some stamps. Have them delivered. Collect away. The happy stuff, your happy stuff. Do it for a couple days, as much as you can. See if that refreshes you. A lot of people who have some sort of serious mental illness, or just dysfunction, or just need a break, for God's sakes. Everybody needs a break every once in a while. You've already developed some of these strategies. Some will be unhealthy. Some will be healthy. Try to cling to the healthy ones if you can, but don't feel ashamed about needing to address yourself, to take care of yourself, to manage your feelings. Who are we trying to impress? Iron Man and Iron Woman out there battling the world. Who are we trying to impress, and why are we trying to impress them? Sometimes you're weak. Live long enough. Find that out. Be a 25-year-old kid. Be a 55-year-old man or woman. Tell me which one feels a little bit weaker sometimes. It happens. It happens. Our weak moments happen, and there's nothing, universally speaking, at all wrong with it. It's kind of the way things are. It's kind of the nature of reality. Strength follows weakness. Weakness follows strength. Strength follows weakness. It happens. So don't pretend that it doesn't. If you need time for yourself, I'm giving you permission to have time for yourself. If you've got a family, if you've got a job, like most people have, if you've got kids, if you've got a mom and dad who are always like knocking on you for doing one thing or another that you shouldn't be doing, I don't know, whatever your life situation is, get what you can while you can. Happy stuff in your face. Boom. Boom is done, by the way. Okay. I don't know if that was a good mental health discussion, but it's what I had on deck. It's what you got. Follow this channel, subscribe to this channel, like this video, whatever you feel like doing to participate and to help the channel out. Come back next week or in about a week and a half, whatever it's going to be. I'll do another mental health video. I'll try to be a bit more practical and talk about myself less, because I get the feeling that's not as helpful. So have a good day, have a good month, have a good year, have a good life, and chin up.
School when I was 9, told me she had feelings, she had lies.